Alright, we have no idea how long this podcast is going to last today. Oh, fuck.
Good start.
This is an expensive camera. It goes
Why,
right.
you need the one that like it screws on.
Yeah, it kind of does. It's too fucking heavy.
That's not screwing onto that at all.
Why are we listening to this shit?
I don't think you're gonna be in that picture.
Is my seat in it?
Your seat's in it now.
Like it's not moving.
We see Bane's raw strength in action and how he could easily overpower the Cave Crusader, while pointing out the fact that 8 years of peace in Gotham really weakened him.
This is not the quote.
I think he says something.
What does he say there?
Just speak loud.
During the
Can you hear us?
movie, we have a kind of
Yeah.
humorous quote right after the plane hijack with Bane.
Let's see this.
Scrap it. Scrap the quote. Don't have time for this.
Now is not the time for fear.
Now is not the time for fear.
Should be Bane.
That's pretty good,
You be
man.
good, Bane, man. You're fucking seriously though.
Calm down. Now's not the time.
Tom Hardy's only about my size, right? So realistically, like, Bane's a massive dude. No, like
He's only your size.
5'9".
Really?
Yeah, 5'9" is average height, man.
He's pretty jacked. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I'm bigger than him, probably muscular.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Fucking
Yeah,
kick the shit out of Hardy,
so much
bro.
bigger. So much bigger than Tom Hardy.
Fuck him up. He doesn't
Fucking
even
The
realize.
Rock. He's like 5'11".
Heard 5'7".
5'7", 150 in real life. They have him on stools when they film him. Like, he's fucking
I heard
tiny.
Kevin Hart's like 6'4". All right, I don't know how much time we have on this podcast, right? This is episode, I think,
I'm gonna talk like Bane
10.
through the whole podcast.
if you want to do
That's
it.
more like Sean Connery.
Yeah.
He's like a.
I think Sean Connery is Bane.
He might be.
Maybe the next Batman, they're going to release that. Are
Podcast.
you Sean Connery?
Sean Connery.
So we got long weekend coming up.
We do.
Yeah, but we don't got time to talk about that. Even though I just brought it up.
Happy Canada Day.
Happy Canada Day. Yeah. What's that? What year is this? 102, 103 for Canada? As much as Vancouver was 100. That was 3 years ago, so 103. Happy birthday, Canada.
No, it was 150.
Oh, shit. Yeah, 1867.
1867.
Yeah, at least I got that right.
Yeah, you got
I just
that.
chose not to do the math.
I was like, when he said that, I was like, I think that's very wrong. But yeah, no, it was 150 a few years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew it was a milestone.
It's 152 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So there you go, 53.
152
Anyways,
years young.
what we can get into, which some good topics we got today, however long this goes on for, the dead battery coming up.
Yeah.
But I think we could talk about couples etiquette.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. All
I
right.
think everyone can relate with that, and it's been a fun topic of discussion recently for us. So you're a married man,
Yep.
3 kids,
Yep.
different etiquette in terms of being a father, husband, loyal partner. You know?
Yeah.
For sure.
I've been with my wife a long time though. Like we met in high school.
Yeah. So what do you take? Do you take an aspect of being like a loyal partner? How do you see that? Or even etiquette, just etiquette in general, as like a father and a husband.
What's the question? What are you asking me here?
So, you retarded, sir?
No.
Like,
I don't know,
What kind of etiquette? Like, what kind of etiquette do you abide by? Bye.
I just,
This is turning into.
just try not to be a dick.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Like it's I don't know. I never had the whole like dating a bunch of girls in your early 20s and shit.
Yeah.
Like, that was never part of my life. I met my wife in high school. We've known each other like 20 years. Very happy. She's a wonderful mother.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful wife. Yeah. My life on that front's pretty boring.
Which is good. You kind of
Yeah.
want boring
No,
on
it's
that
great.
side of things. You don't want to be like, oh man, my life is fucking all over
No,
the place.
listen,
my wife,
man,
and we
you-
do this
like-
and that. Like, you're past that, man. It's not.
I'm 36. I want a stable home life. You know?
Yeah,
Like, that's,
but
yeah.
I think realistically that's healthy for you.
Yes.
Even you're 23 or 25-year-old, like I get you want to party, you want to get out and have a good times with that, but that's not healthy for you in terms
No.
of
No, God,
like,
no.
having back and forth with your girlfriend, breaking up, come back together, breaking up again. She's cheating on you, you're cheating on her. Everyone's fucking each other, and you're like, that's not healthy. Then it's like, oh, we had a great 2 weeks together, man. We're back in love. It's like
Yeah.
that shit is like cancerous, man. Like takes you away from the shit you want to do. It doesn't put you on a good state of mind, which again, there's a lot that Tony Robbins talks about being like a good state for you to be more productive in life, right? And if you're not in that positive state, and you might not think that you're not,
Yeah.
but when shit's going on like that at home and it's that destructive, like you're not in a productive mindset.
Yeah.
No chance.
I think it's balance is what kind of makes people happy.
Yeah.
I really do. Like,
Yeah,
and
that's key.
balance and discipline in different areas of your life, right? I truly believe this, and I've experienced it in my own life. Chaos in any aspect of your life creates chaos in other parts of your life. So if you have chaotic, unstable relationships that you're in, and I'm not talking, friend relationships, well, that can affect it too.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
We're talking like private relationships with, someone who's a girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, whatever. If that relationship is chaotic, it will create chaos and stress in your work, in your hobbies, in whatever, every aspect of your life will be negatively affected by that relationship.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. It's impossible to have a chaotic, strenuous home life and then go to work and be level-headed, calm, collected, efficient, professional.
Yeah.
I don't think you can.
Well, that's the we like to talk about with corporations, right? Is the idea like having a healthy lifestyle outside of work. So when you come to work, like you're much more ambitious and driven and focused and
Absolutely.
and stable while you're there, right? Because if you're not, you're gonna be sitting on the computer and be like, no, I do 8 hours of work at work. It's like, no, you don't. You literally you sit there and you think about other shit.
Right.
And you might do 3 hours of work. Just because you're at work doesn't mean you're being productive. And I think that's the disconnect that a lot of companies have. They're like, no, John comes in every day and he performs decently. It's like, well, he could be performing optimally if he had an exciting, rewarding, healthy lifestyle outside of work.
Right.
Everything's thriving outside of work, and his kids are doing great, and he has a great relationship with his wife and good social connections. He's gonna come in a lot more excited about going into work.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's draining you. You're coming in drained and beat up.
Yeah, what's a wicked example that I read this in a book a couple of years ago. So it was basically a picture of a wheel.
Yeah.
Right? And as cheesy
You can
as...
draw on this wall, right?
I think so. We have dry erase markers. As cheesy as this might sound, but it was a picture of a wheel and it had spokes that were running through the wheel, right? And I'm not, there's probably 12 different titles on it, but at one end of the spoke it would have work.
Yeah.
At the other end of the spoke, another positive aspect of your life, but basically the direct opposite. So it would be leisure time. And then on over here it would say social time with your friends. Over here it would say private interpersonal time, right? And so then you had to rate how much time you are dedicating or devoting to that aspect of your life, right? And there was basically a scale from 1 to 10, from the middle all the way to where that point was labeled, right? And the whole point was, if you have 12 of these titles or labels, and you have, a couple that are 4s, a couple that are 10s, maybe one that's a 1 because you haven't been dedicating any time to yourself, right? Then you go around the perimeter and you draw a circle. And your circle looks like this, right? It's all over the place because your numbers don't line up. And the whole point was your life is a wheel in this aspect. And if you don't have that balance in all of these important aspects of your life cannot possibly roll efficiently.
I like that.
Right? So you need to have 10s, or not even 10s. You need to have, maybe 8s in all of those areas.
Yeah.
Maybe nothing is perfect.
Yeah.
But if you balance them all, you're going to be far more efficient, far more fulfilled than if you have a couple of these important aspects of your life that you're not dedicating enough time and attention to.
Yeah.
Right?
That makes total sense.
It was cool.
Yeah, I like that a lot, actually.
And I'm definitely not a master of it, but it has helped me. Like that one diagram and explanation of that has helped me in my life. There's been so many times in the past couple of years. Yeah.
Right?
Where I've had to look at myself and go shit, man. And the one thing that I'm guilty of more than anything else at times is that I, sometimes take how much work my wife at home does for granted.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'll be at work so much, and then I might have...
You're a single income family, right? So
yeah. Well, yeah, she has a dog boarding business, so she does bring... Yeah, I mean, she does make a living, but she works essentially out of the house because she's doing dog boarding. And so I will, if I'm at work and then I'll have baseball and then I'll, be privately working in Burlington or something like that, right? And then not realizing, like, me not having the enough awareness to go, like, I haven't been home very much this week. That must be hard.
Yeah.
On my wife, my partner. She's been with the kids 10 times more than I have this week. Mm-hmm. And so that's the one area where I find it challenging sometimes to balance, because it is important to me. Like, I am, at just about my happiest in the week when I'm with my wife and kids. Like, I love being with my wife and kids, and I wish I had more time at home with them through the week, but right now I just don't. So that's one that I always struggle to kind of balance out.
At least you're aware of that.
Yeah, I try to be. That's
like the first step, to be like, all right, man, like, that has to be, like, eventually rectified. And there's times that sacrifices have to be made, and, like, we all get that, but we never want to neglect any of those areas, because that's a dangerous game where we're like, hey, like, right now, there's like a hierarchy, right? It's like 1 to 10, like, you're at the wheel, and it's like, well, I'm only gonna, like, nurture 1 to 5 today, or this week.
Right.
It's like, no, man, like, you still want to make sure you're nurturing those other areas, because once you start losing momentum in those other 5 values, it's very hard to gain it back. And you see it with fitness a lot. We're fitness professionals. We've been doing this for a really long time, and we can say, like, that's probably the most common thing. It's like, I just got out of momentum.
Got off track.
I'm on vacation for 10. We talked to buddy the other day. He's like, hey, if I don't come back in 2 weeks, man, if I go on vacation and I take another 5 days when I get back home, he's like, I'm not coming back.
I'm not coming back, Right?
And
it's very true,
And you sound like, okay, man, but, like, no, man, like, it's when you start losing momentum, it's very hard to get that back on track. And then I think I have a buddy, he's a real estate agent, and it's funny, because when he misses workouts, he'll justify it for, hey, man, like, I had to take care of a client.
Had to work.
Right, had to work. And, hey, real estate agent, you probably do at different times, okay? Yeah, I know. Okay? But it's funny though. We've had times, and I'll always bust his balls. If I see him post something on a day that we had anything he does in fun in general, I'll fucking be like, hey, like, what happened to your clients? Right? Yeah. You went to the Raptors parade the other day. Yeah. That's a long fucking day at a parade.
Yeah.
I said, hey man, like,
what a fucking nightmare.
So I was like, so you can make time for the Raptors parade. Right? Yeah. But what happened to what if the client needed you? He's like, oh man, I got a network and I have my phone on me. Yeah. I'm like, okay, sure. Leaf game 7.
Yeah.
Went to the bar, had to miss work, I had to go to the Leaf game.
Yeah.
Watched it 3 hours. He's like, man, it's game 7. I have to do it.
Yeah.
Right? Well, you made time for game 7, and I guarantee if your fucking client called you saying, man, I need to meet at 8 o'clock tonight, they're like, it's game 7, man. Like, you could tell me you wouldn't do that, but you made a decision to be like, or everything is worked out that night where game 7, nobody wanted to fucking buy a house, and they were all Leaf fans. They wanted to watch the Leafs versus Boston. So it's end of the day, it's all prioritization in terms of, like, what you put as value.
Right.
So you can't tell me you don't have time for working on exercise because, hey man, I want to grind, I want to make a whole bunch of money. I get that. I can respect that, actually, that ambition. But if you're making that a priority all the time over exercise, and you're giving me these fucking excuses that I'm like, hey man, and I'll keep busting the ball. If I see him go bowling, I'll be like, hey, what happens to the client? Yeah. Where's your client at? Like, you can make fucking time, man. Like, you can't tell me these set schedules. Like, that's just, there's boundaries. You can have boundaries. Hey man, I can't make it between 7:30 and 8:30 on Thursday. I'd love to meet you there for 7, but I gotta bounce by 7:20. If it's pulling you away.
Yep.
And I get it, man. And he'll say, I'm working fucking hard, man, that you don't get it. I'm like, no, I do get it. I've grinded my ass off too. But I knew me going away, and I used to be part of an office, man, where we were all competing to get promoted. And I would always leave a bit, not earlier, but I'd leave at like 6:30. I'm like, hey, I gotta go to the gym tonight, and I gotta go home, I gotta write my team meetings for tomorrow, do my workshops, all that stuff. And they had other people in the office that are like, hey, like, I work later than you, right? But they would sit and talk about bullshit in the office.
Yeah.
Like, you're not working later than me.
Yeah.
You're at the office doing bullshit things. Where I would come home, get a great workout on, get my endorphin release, have a good meal, do a little something, relax, get, reconnected for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it's an idea, like, no, like, me leaving early, which wasn't early, it was like, hey, I took care of my guys, I made sure, like, all the expenses were taken care of. And we're good. We were good. Goal set. We were good for the day.
Do you work out on vacation?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
I went to Myrtle Beach for 2 days, man. I did 10K run. I did workout, and I played golf.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't. So first of all, I do not understand the people who work out regularly and then go on vacation and take a vacation from their fitness or workout routine. That makes no fucking sense to me at all. Yeah. I just don't get it, because it's part of my life. Like, I'm not vacationing from workouts. I like fucking working out. I love working out. I love fitness. I love being I just love being active. active.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to be me in a gym lifting.
Yeah.
It can be me going for a hike with my family.
Yeah.
But the whole idea of like going on a vacation and just parking my ass on a beach with a bunch of fat fucking Americans chugging back cocktails all that, like, that is a nightmare vacation for me.
Yeah.
Like, you put me on a lawn chair and like, hey dude, tan, I will last 10 fucking minutes. And then I'll be like, you know, in the restaurant or on a run or so, like, I cannot sit still like that.
Yeah.
But I don't get how people, like, you know, and to come back to your point about, you know, people who will, and listen, I'm not saying that you can't have a fulfilling life without an avid fitness regime. That's not what I'm saying, because some people will never in their lifetime be dedicated to physical activity. They just don't fucking like it, and that's fine. I don't get it, but I don't have to. If that's what you are into, if that fulfills you not having fitness as part of your life, then that's totally cool. But I've never met anybody in my life that became less fulfilled or less productive as a direct result of dedicating certain amounts of time in their week to physical activity. Never met a human being. Never met a human being in my life that went, you know, I started going to the gym 4 days a week and my life fell apart. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Other areas start connecting and things get better. Like, your sex life gets better. Your sleep pattern gets better.
Your diet automatically will get better. It's like every aspect of your life will improve by becoming more physically active. You don't even have to go to the gym. Like, you play basketball 5 nights a week, you're going to accomplish the same thing.
But here's the thing. I think a lot of people are like, I'm fulfilled today. I'm fulfilled this week. I'm fulfilled this month. Where a guy like me and you, man, I'm not going to speak for you here, but like, I think long term, man. Like, I'm like, I want to take care of what I'm doing today, so 5 years from now, like, I know what kind of version of Brandon's going to be around.
Right.
You know what I mean? In 10 years, in 20 years, like, I want to be an active old ager, man. Like, I want to be running and lifting and doing things that I want to do at 80 and 90 years old, man. I do not want to be someone who's fucking hunched over, struggling to walk down the street. I don't want to have I see my grandparents.
But even right now, you know, when you're in your late 20s, I'm in my 30s. We work with people all the time in their late 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Like, how many people do you meet that are they're very unhappy with their aesthetic life, right? Every day. You meet dozens of them where you're talking to people and they're unhappy with the way they look. They're unhappy, unsatisfied with their physical appearance. That fucks with your head.
For sure.
If you are looking in the mirror, I'm not saying that you have to be the fucking beacon of physical fitness to be happy. That's bullshit. And I don't believe that. But if you wake up in the mirror or every day and you look in the mirror and you go, I do not like what I'm looking at right now. I am not okay with this. That will fuck with your head and everything you do. Every single thing you do.
I think people they understate that to themselves. They lie to themselves.
Absolutely, they
do. I don't really want. Like, I want to get in shape, but like, I don't care that much. It's like, that's bullshit, man. It's affecting you.
Like, how many people have you met through your career that have said, I want to get in shape because I have a vacation? Fucking ludicrous. It's ludicrous.
Or a wedding.
Or a wedding. Like, why would you want to get in shape for a vacation? Why not just...
Because you're going to get a picture that you're going to post on social media, or you're going to see people that you don't know who the fuck they are. Americans, Mexicans, Russians, whoever the fuck they are. And you don't want them looking at you going like, wow, you're a fat piece of shit.
But think about it from this perspective. Like, you're going down on vacation. I'm going to Punta Cana for 7 days. So I'm going to dedicate 2 months of time to getting in better shape before I go down there. Because I want to feel good about myself in a bathing suit for a week in front of people who I don't know, don't give a fuck about, and are never going to see again after this vacation ends. But once I come back home and I see the people that I love, care about, genuinely care about their opinion of me, co-workers, the people who are in my life every day, I'm going to let it all go to shit again because I'm not on vacation. That's fucking craziness. Like, that is the dumbest fucking thing that I can possibly think of.
It's insane, man.
You know?
And you're telling me, man, like, I've seen it, man. If you walk into a room and you're holding yourself in a confident, assertive manner, life is just better, man. It is what it is. You walk in and you get some people looking at you like, hey man, that guy looks like he takes care of himself. You're fucking happier, man. I'm not saying I'm happier than someone who's out of shape necessarily, because they can have a very rewarding life. But if that out of shape person had the same life they have, but they just added a little bit more aesthetic or physical or health benefits to them.
It takes away if you are not even happy, if you're content.
Yeah.
If you feel like you've accomplished something, if you move towards your goal of being aesthetically confident. Yeah.